everyone. I just wanted to jump on. Just a quick one, just to say, don't be afraid to give off what you receive. So sometimes, especially when you're first starting this journey, you can receive information and it can seem so small, so trivial, pathetic, whatever, your own mind will start to break it down and your ego will be saying it's no good, it's this, it's that, whatever. But actually, no matter how small and insignificant things may seem, they're really, really not. This is the gateway opening to something far greater. I'll give you an example, because when I first started this, I was doing a reading for somebody in a group setting, and I didn't know anything about this person. It was the first time I'd met them. And obviously I had little self-confidence. I didn't think I could do it. I was sitting there thinking, I'm not receiving anything, I'm not seeing anything, hearing anything, sensing, knowing anything. Oh, it's just darkness, it's blank. And then eventually, in my third eye, what I was given was the image of a hammock, and I was thinking, what is that? What am I supposed to say for that? I could hear other people in the room doing their readings and giving off all this information, like, wow, powerful stuff. And I was trying to ignore it and zone out away from that, to not compare. And here's me with just a hammock. And I sat there and I thought, I can't say that. I can't say, oh, I've been given a hammock. You know, I was in a situation where I was being very self-critical, and I was doubting myself, and I felt like, this was going to do, basically I was saying it's not going to work, which clearly the wrong attitude to be going in there with. But eventually I thought, I've been given nothing else, and so I did just say, look, really sorry, but I'm new to this. All I've been given is a hammock. And then the second I said that, I saw other things with the hammock. So I saw the scenery in the garden that was behind it. I then saw a ball and what seemed to be like a croquet set. And everything just started flooding through then. And I was able to give off more information. And thankfully, the lady I was doing this reading for was so lovely. And she just said, oh, can I just stop you there? And she said, at first, when you said a hammock, she said, my heart just started to race. And the thing was, for her, she hadn't thought about that hammock for probably 30 plus years. This was a childhood home in a different country, going back a very, very long time. And it was a memory that was so, so well buried. She honestly hadn't thought about it for all that time. And the croquet set belonged to a grandparent who used to come round and set it all out to play together. So for me, I was like, my goodness, I've been sat here, keeping this hammock under wraps because I was too afraid, too embarrassed to admit that that's all I was getting. And in actual fact, I just needed to give it off. And that's the message I want to share with you, is have faith, trust in what you're receiving. No matter how silly it may be, go with it, give it off, because for somebody, it will mean something. Another one, I know a lady that's done readings for quite some years, and she was given a cupcake, a cupcake with blueberry type icing on the top, and she felt the same. Even though she knew she could do readings, she felt the same, because is that it? Is that all I'm going to be able to offer them, is a cupcake? And she sat on it, she kept it down, hoping something else would come through, and eventually she just thought, you know what, I'll just have to share it. Here, all I've got is a cupcake. And it meant something to that lady. It meant something so much that only spirit could have known about that cupcake. So trust in it, don't doubt it, don't start arguing with yourself, don't be super critical and try and justify it or explain it. Do not allow the ego to knock you down and convince you that it's all rubbish or it's not good enough or whatever. Just have faith, share it, and for that person who's receiving the message and the reading, at that given moment, they might look blank as well, and you might think, oh well, I gave that off and it didn't resonate, it's come from nowhere, it's not accurate. But can guarantee you, give it enough time, and whether that's in a few hours or a few days or even in a month or two, something clicks at the right time when that person is ready to receive that message or that memory or whatever it may be. Then it makes sense, and you can guarantee that person always comes back and says, you were right, it just took a while for it to click. And so in that respect, Don't knock it, don't judge it, don't hide it, don't shield yourself, and just be the channel. Just allow the information to flow through you like the container. It's coming down through you. Don't try and mess with it. Don't manipulate it. Don't change the information. No matter what you may be thinking, try and take a seat at the side. Just observe it. Just allow it. Don't get involved. Just give it off. Just share it and then see where things go from there. And 9 times out of 10, once you've given some information off like that, even if it's only one tiny little thing, or perhaps it's a lyric from a song and you don't know what the lyric is, or you do and you think the song is like crazy, whatever, give it off, share it. It will mean something to that person. And then once you've done that, once you've shown that you have that ability to just give and share, then you are open, the floodgates are open, and all the information pours through. Whatever is needed to be given off will come through you. Trust in it. Thanks.